Greetings, my dear friends, and welcome to the full moon episode of Collective Awakening Weekly. My name is Carrie Konyha, and this is a weekly energy update to support your journey in spiritual awakening, healing, and empowerment. I'm going with a little bit of a different structure for today's session. It's one that feels a little more organic to me in that it is enabling me to share insights about what's going on astrologically as I'm reading the cards and sharing channeled spirit messages at the same time. And so it is the week of the full moon, and this full moon is happening in the sign of Leo. The reason that this full moon is a little bit extra potent is because it is opposing the sun, which all full moons do oppose the sun, but the sun is the ruler of Leo, and Leo is a fire sign. When the moon is in a fire sign, it ignites an inner enthusiasm, an inner motivation, an inner exuberance on those inward sensing feeling levels, while the sun, which is right now in the sign of Aquarius, compels us to be in our uniqueness as far as how we are expressing ourselves. The sun is our identity, it's our self-expression, and Leo is very connected to those energies as well. Leo is all about exuberance, it's all about creative enthusiasm, passion, it's social, it has courage, it wants to pursue its path of heart, its unique path of heart courageously. And so these are the energies that are shining in and inspiring us all right now. Take some time to pay attention to how you're feeling, and you'll notice that these energies are rising up and that you do feel perhaps a little bit more willing to take a leap of faith, to go out on a limb, to expand beyond your typical comfort zone in that compelling towards that path of meaning and purpose for you. Now, we've been talking about this over the past few weeks as far as the fact that all the planets are direct right now, and that this is a time where we can all make positive strides in manifesting based on what our deeper enthusiasms are. And so if you've been following these weekly updates, you know that the reason that we're all feeling compelled to shift into what feels like a higher sense of meaning and purpose, a path filled with meaning, has to do with the fact that Jupiter and Neptune are in Pisces right now, which brings in a little bit more of a creative and a spiritually centered focus. And then we still have a lot of activity happening with Pluto, which brings transformation. So transformation in alignment with that which we see or sense or feel as being our path of deepest meaning and purpose is what we're all collectively being inspired towards right now. Now, if you have your natal chart, you can look to see where these transiting aspects are hitting or aligning with your natal chart, the houses that they're happening in, and that will give you specific insight as to specifically how to harness the power of the current astrological transits in alignment with your personal goals. Now, having said that, I want to mention that we also have a strong energy happening, a conjunction, an alignment happening between Venus and Mars. Venus is the representation of the sacred feminine, and Mars represents the sacred masculine. So this is a time while this conjunction, this alignment is happening, which is now through mid-March near the spring equinox. This is a time where all things having to do with partnerships can flow with harmony. Again, you can look at your personal natal chart to see what house this conjunction is lighting up, and that will give you more detailed information about the kind or the quality of partnership that's going to be highlighted for you. But on a deeper spiritual, esoteric level, this is also about the sacred feminine and sacred masculine within us. And this means that we are feeling in unity and harmony, cohesion, our flow state within ourselves, which enables us to feel completely aligned, mind, body, soul, with what our intentions, goals, or ambitions are right now. I'm going to talk about some of the other astrological aspects and influences as I'm beginning to read the cards. I'm going to do this 5-card spread today that I like to do that sort of touches upon, you know, how things are shaping up in the physical world of form. What are some inner influences, any hidden influences, anything to be cautionary of, and then a power energy. So card number 1 we're looking at is talking about what's going on externally, the physical world of form. How are things manifesting? Or we're getting a message around that. And the card that's coming up is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is a representation of complete, embodied abundance, affluence. Notice all the gold, the golden energy shining in, which is very much aligned with the astrology that's happening around the full moon in Leo, in that we are all being drawn to step into our full radiance, our full confidence, and embody the fullness of our authentic self and self-expression. So as we muster up the courage to blaze new trails for ourselves, expand beyond our comfort zone, take those leaps of faith in alignment with what your biggest enthusiasms are and your sense of highest path, meaning, and purpose, for sure you are going to see that spirit, God, universe, cosmic consciousness, whatever you call it, you're going to see positive signs, indicators that you are being supported in those directions. So the only way that we can experience that support is if we take that leap. So that's one of the strong messages that's coming through this week. Take that leap of faith, embodying that courageous energy that Leo extends to us, that exuberance, and say yes to whatever your ambitions have been. Now is the time to leap into action, manifested, actual physical action or activity is what's going to get that energy momentum happening for you. So let's take a look at what's going on inwardly. So this is, you know, the inner sensing feeling. We already know that the moon is in Leo and that it's bringing in exuberance. Let's see what else wants to come through with that. So it's the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is the energy of going on a vision quest, a spiritual quest. It's the quest to connect with yourself. So internally this week, in order for us to really step into that exuberant, radiant energy of expression and taking empowered, courageous action in alignment with what our deepest goals are, we have to first know what they are internally. And so this is like a strong empowerment step that we can all take this week, is going within and asking yourself, searching, connecting with whatever your sense of authentic soul nature is, embracing it with self-love. You can see that the person in this card is wearing red, which can be an energy of courageousness as well. There's a big courageous energy theme showing up for us this week that's empowering us, again, to move beyond our comfort zones, not only externally in what we're doing in the world, but internally, moving beyond any reluctancies, apprehensions, uncertainties, or fears that you might have around connecting with yourself on those very deep levels. Cultivating a connection with your authentic soul essence is key right now. Hidden energies. The 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands comes up when we unintentionally become burdened out of our intention to be of service. Sometimes we take on too much. Sometimes we take on the work of others. We overextend ourselves. We fill up our time, our energy, our plates, so to speak, with activities that are connected to being of loving support for others, family members, friends, community. But sometimes that can get out of hand and we find ourselves not having the energy or the time to focus on our own thing. And so the hidden energies is saying, take a look to see where you feel like you've unintentionally cluttered up your life with commitments that aren't serving you. And this would be a really good week to, bring some of those things to completion, reorient your focus. Now, one of the things that's happening astrologically is that the sun and the moon are both squaring the north node and the south node of the moon. The north node represents that which we feel compelled to strive for in our life. It's what we feel compelled to explore, experience, cultivate, and eventually master. It's our sense of life path. And our south node is connected to the talents, skills, abilities, gifts that we're born into the world with and or that we've cultivated through this lifetime that we can harness and catalyze in alignment with what our sense of soul purpose is. So that energy is strong this week, and it's an energy that's connected to the bigger picture themes that are playing out this year regarding stepping into our higher soul nature and stepping onto that path of highest fulfillment, having the courage to do that. A part of that is going to be connected to bringing things to completion that aren't aligned with that, right? In this dimension, there's only so much time that we have to work with each day. And we have to pick our battles right now. We have to really be diligent and clear and conscious about where we're applying our focus, our energy, our attention, and our actions, and not unintentionally clutter our lives up with activities and commitments that are not connected to what our highest path is. So this is, again, what's showing up on the deep unconscious levels for us all individually to be aware of and find a way to harmonize. The cautionary energy is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a very harmonious energy. It's the energy ultimately of experiencing the manifestation of your deepest, longest held goals and dreams. So why would this be coming up as a cautionary energy? Let's think about that for a moment. So when I look at the card, the symbol that's jumping out at me the most is the white lilies. There's white lilies coming out of every cup. White lilies represent our spiritual nature, our spiritual ambitions. And the red in this card is connected to physical manifestation. So I feel like as the cautionary energy, it's a message about, the quality of the goals and dreams that want to manifest now are the ones that are connected to our deeper spiritual essence, our true authentic soul nature, rather than the more surface material oriented level of manifestation. So I feel like this is like a watch what you wish for type energy, and make sure that you're intending in alignment with what's bringing soul fulfillment and not looking for surface, superficial gratification type manifestation things right now. And then the Power card. Let me just dig in here. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords gives us the power of spiritual discernment, seeing beyond illusion, beyond deceitfulness, behind cloudiness into clarity of awareness. So harnessing the power of our inner discernment, our ability to see and know what our inner truth is compelling us towards, to see and know the way forward, internally speaking. So discernment is connected to what feels right and true for you, not only in regard to what your intentions and ambitions might be, but in regard to how you're feeling guided to navigate forward on your path, being aware of where the universe is nudging you in the direction of an opening, being aware of where there might be a sense of block or obstacle, and working with those energies and flowing with them in alignment with an inner trust that even the blocks, for example, are guiding us forward, even when we can't see how that might be. This is a time where that energy that I talked about a few weeks ago, where there's unexpected change coming into the picture, that's still in effect. By now, we should all be aware of how those energies are shaping up for us, and we're positioning ourselves to take action in alignment with what those opportunities for unexpected change are. And so the power of discernment, the power of sensing, feeling, knowing what's aligned, what your guidance is, what feels right and true for you, and letting that be almost like your single point focus without getting distracted by what other people are saying or thinking or feeling, or by what's going on in the world at large and things like that. So just a couple other things that I want to say about the astrology this week. We have Pluto trining the North Node, which is further supporting positive transformation in alignment with what our higher sense of purpose is. Mercury just went into the sign of Aquarius a few days ago, and that gives us access to higher realms of consciousness, which is very connected to this spiritual discernment energy. So we're not just utilizing mental activity on the 3D plane of what am I doing, where am I going, but it's allowing yourself to access those higher, divinely inspired realms of consciousness, and then navigating forward from that space of awareness. We still have Saturn in Aquarius as well. So Saturn in Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius have a collective influence on bringing in evolutionary awarenesses, energies, concepts, ideas that we can actually implement in our physical world of form to bring that forward movement or evolutionary energy to our sense of direction in life right now. So we can see, as things have been shaping up over the past few weeks with the astrology, there's a significant shift where we had been dealing with more of a sluggish, delayish, sort of inward time of transformation with some of the Pluto aspects that had been happening at the end of the year. And now the energy has tremendously shifted, and we're being guided, compelled, inspired to take action in the physical world of form based on the alchemical transformation that has already been happening on the inward planes. If you haven't done so yet, get really, really clear on what your personal intentions are for the year ahead, because now is the time to commit to those intentions. And in our commitment, it's like planting a seed that will take root and sprout and bloom as we move through the year. Now is the time to do that. Let me know how you liked this format today. Do you like it better when I'm sitting at a table with my cards, or do you like it better when I kind of split it up between the astrology and then the cards in the second half? Personally, I like it this way better. Give me your opinion. I will see you all in the next video. All my love, blessings, and namaste.